So that's a nice view. Again, I was just mentioning ways you can send in pictures to us. Here's a few ways. Facebook and probably my email will be the best ways to get in contact with me this morning. But let's get into the forecast here. Dry view, but also we're also looking at a bit of some haze in the sky early this morning. As far as conditions, if you want to head out to the beach, here's a live view towards Delray Beach. A few non-threatening cumulus clouds there in the distance. Very nice lake view right there. We do have a moderate rip current risk there on the water, so it's just something to be aware of, and also going to deal with a moderate chop. Bit of a light bump there, but I still think if you're going to take the boat out, it's not looking too shabby out there. And high tide near 11:33. That's for the Lake Worth Pier, by the way, that I put on the board. But let's get into those temperatures. We're starting off this morning 70s and 80s. We have 72 in Fort Pierce. We have 80 in Jupiter, 75 in Royal Palm, and 82 in Boynton Beach early this morning. Now it's going to be another toasty day out there. We are in South Florida after all. High temperatures staying around at the upper 80s to near that 90-degree mark, but I'm more so concerned about your heat indices. Nearing the triple digits for this afternoon. We do have a nice southeasterly breeze, about 10 to 15 miles per hour, so that'll help bring you some relief if you're going to be close towards the coastline today. Vanya?
I can forget that a game is happening until the game is on and the people in my apartment complex are screaming at the top of their lungs. I always know when a Panthers game is on because you hear it around the apartment complex. People have their windows open from the balconies and everyone is just rooting them on. I mean, it's a very exciting time, but I also, would like to get a little bit of sleep. But, I'm here for the excitement.
What I just love is I hope everyone else at home understands what I'm talking about. Where you run into someone in the neighborhood. Yes. For us, it'll be coming into work on Monday and the newsroom's full again, and everyone's talking about the game. They're all hyped and some people will have their swag on. So I just love the camaraderie of it.
It's the energy around it, and so I'm very much so looking forward to it. And I really think that they're going to win. So I think that's the most exciting part, the celebration afterwards. I think the city's going to go crazy.
Oh yes, the parade last year rained, it poured, and it still was so electrifying.
Okay, we'll see.
It was amazing.
Round two.
Yes, round two. Morning with a view from West Lake Worth. This is a picture sent in by DJ. Such a pretty view. I just love when we have a little bit of that light dust because you don't have that breathing impact, but you have the beautiful color. So beautiful sunrise early this morning. If you want to send your sunrise picture in or give a little shout out to good old dad, here are a few ways you can contact me. I can ingest it into the weather computer and share this on air. So let's get into your forecast this morning. We're talking about a dry start right now. But hang tight with me. I do expect to see a few isolated showers possible on the board. Close to where it's about 8 o'clock this morning. It really is not going to be too busy though. So if you do have some outdoor plans with dad, it's going to be a pretty nice day to be outside and enjoy everything that we have to offer here in Florida. Here's a live view towards Delray Beach early this morning. As you can see, a few non-threatening clouds there in the distance, but not too shabby out there. If you are going to take a dip in the water and seek some relief from the heat, we do have a moderate rip current risk today and also moderate chop throughout the intercoastal. So just there on the side of caution, a little bit of a bumpy ride there. Let's get into the temperatures now. We're sitting in the 70s and 80s out the door early this morning. High temperatures, though, once again, topping out near that 90-degree mark, but we're going to be flirting with heat indices near the triple digits. On top of the heat, we have, again, those few passing showers. Here you have stopping your futurecast at 11 o'clock this morning. There you have just some isolated passing showers anticipated. Shifts further inland for the later afternoon. But again, I don't expect to see anything stormy. Speaking of storms, tropics.
WPTV News, I'm Bonnie Joseph, joined by WPTV First Alert meteorologist Peyton on what is looking to be a pretty sunny and windy day.
Yes, a little bit of a breeze right here. I think this camera is a little bit poorly positioned, so that's why it always shakes a little bit. But it is going to have a nice light breeze from the southeast.
Yeah, plenty of people trying to get out for Father's Day today, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm absolutely sure about that. If yesterday looks anything like today, it's going to be busy on the clouds right now early this morning. Temperature-wise, we are in the 70s and 80s. We have 73 in Vero Beach, 82 in Jupiter, and 75 in Royal Palm early this morning. If your father is anything like mine, they're always looking for the next project around the house or making sure they can knock something off the to-do list. So I have my Father's Day forecast here for you guys with kind of the workbench look here. We're talking about high temperatures topping out around the upper 80s to near 90 once again. We are starting off, though, a bit more cloud cover earlier this morning. As we get into the afternoon, transitioning to seeing mostly sunny skies, a bit of a haze in the sky, too. Also, this afternoon, I want to rule out a few isolated passing showers possible. really not going to be too big of a deal there on the board. But if you're going to enjoy the day out on the water, here's a live view towards Delray Beach. A nice calm view right there. But let's talk about the conditions on the waters. Moderate chop throughout the Intracoastal. You just saw on our West Palm Beach and our Intracoastal camera there. It looks a little bit bumpy. You can see a little bit of a wave there. Also a moderate rip current risk, and more importantly, a very high UV index of 11 today. Vanya? With me. And if you do always take a pretty sunrise picture, if you want to send it in to me, and I can always share it with everyone. Everyone, I think, always enjoys a beautiful sunrise, especially here in Florida. Here's right now a view of your radar. Not too much to talk about early this morning. We did have one light shower off of Hutchinson Island that tried to develop, but fizzled out pretty quickly. As far as this afternoon, I do expect to see a few more isolated passing showers, but it shouldn't mess with your beach plans at all. So on the waters, looking at a moderate rip current risk for today. Also a moderate chop throughout the Intracoastal. So a bit of a light bump, but still actually a really nice day to be outside. We do have a high UV index though, so that's something to be aware of. Let's dive into these temperatures. Right now in the 70s and 80s, we have 76 in Sebastian, 81 in Stewart, 81 in West Palm, and you're looking at 76 in Royal Palm this morning. It's going to shape up to be another toasty day out there. Highs in the upper 80s to near 90. And then we're turning into seeing mainly sunny skies by the afternoon. A bit of a light breeze from the southeast, about 10 to 15 miles per hour. It's going to be a nice relief there, especially along the coastline. But going through your future cast for today, just mentioning those few passing showers, stopping this near about 2 o'clock. The threat of dealing with a few more showers exists further inland for the later afternoon, but I don't expect to see anything tumultuous there. Quick update of the tropics. Everything still remains calm in the Atlantic Basin. Different story for the East Pacific as they're on their